The Patreon pick this week, as requested by our lovely patron Tutbot, thank you for the request, was the 2022 film The Bob's Burgers Movie. And if you also want to get your movie into our queue, and by queue I mean raffle, I suppose, then go to guapish.com/Patreon or patreon.com/Guapish for $1 a month. Request a movie each month, and you might get lucky, just like Tutbot. Tanner, you want to give us the plot synopsis?
Sure, I can do that. So, Bob's Burgers is all about Bob's Burgers. A sinkhole opens up in front of the Belcher household, and they discover a dead body in there, and they have to figure out who done it so they can reopen the restaurant or something. And there's a series of mysteries and trickeries, and they solve it all, and they are able to pay their rent on time. The end.
Until the next payment.
Fun fact, this was the first hand-drawn animated film by 20th Century Studios since The Simpsons movie.
Oh.
Bad fun fact.
Oh, what's bad about that one? I think that's neat.
I disagree. It's just kind of like, this is first thing since other thing. And it's not like a particularly like, crazy long time either, you know?
Dude, it's like over 10 years.
It's basically the same thing as if you said, this is how much it made in the box office. It's just kind of whatever to me, you know. It's just kind of like a little stat about it, rather than like a genuinely fun fact.
Okay, fuck it. What did you rank it, buddy?
I thought it was a good fun fact, Tanner.
Thank you.
For what it's worth.
Dylan, where are you putting this one?
I don't have my notes out. Somebody else say it.
Currently, I'm at a B+.
Whoa, I'm at an A-.
I'm also an A-, Tanner.
You guys did it faster. I gave it an A+.
Fantastic. My overall thoughts? I think it's delightful family fun. I think the songs are pretty solid. I don't have any of them stuck in my head, but I thought they were fun and whatever. And I think the dance moves, they were those cartoon characters, I tell you, they were really busting it down.
Yeah, they were really
there.
going crazy with the animation during those parts. Super expressive. It was crazy how much effort they put into that. I was honestly shocked by how few songs there were in this, though. I was expecting to be like a musical, but there were like maybe 3 songs in the entire film.
I mean,
I was a big fan, personally.
it might be the best musical we watch on Guapish at the movies.
True. They were pretty
Which is
solid.
a hot take, because I'm pretty sure we watched Phantom of the Opera, and people love that shit.
Fuck that movie.
I agree. I really appreciated the amount of effort that went into the animation and, like, the dances. I don't, along with Tanner, I don't have any of the songs stuck in my head, but I can definitely see the characters dancing in my head. I think them not lingering on things for too long is pretty solid. I know that the show is solid in general. They kind of just adapted that into the movie, and it's overall, you know, funny, good experience, you know. I think this is a movie that anybody could just sit down and enjoy personally.
Yeah, I love how they don't try to go super big with it either, like a lot of these types of films tend to. Like, this isn't like an end of the world, the town is going to sink into the ocean because of like a vaguely European supervillain showing up. So the kids need to become like fucking undercover spies or some bullshit. It really sticks to its roots, and it feels more like just an extended episode of the show, which I appreciate a lot. With like the
I like the nonchalantness.
Yeah, all the characters were on point. Tina, fortunately, was not too obnoxious. I normally fucking hate her, but here she wasn't too terrible. I like that her conflict was interesting in that, like, it kind of does subvert the idea that you would have for her type of character, where it's like she's not like scared that, oh, he's gonna say no if I go ask him to be my summer boyfriend. No, she's scared he'll say yes. And it's like, he might ruin her perception of what he's like in her head, which, like, that's also decently relatable, you know. Gene shockingly had very little to do, though. Like, his subplot was by far the least fleshed out, which was kind of a bummer. They gave a lot of screen time to Louise in this film. She was basically the main character. Which,
true.
I don't mind. I like Louise. I kind of would have liked it if, like, for like that big final section of the film, though, if like it was more of like the whole family coming together to like solve this problem rather than it's kind of just Louise saving the day.
I think the comedy is funny. I like the style. It reminds me of British comedies where it's very dry and to the point. People are very monotone. I think it works because of that.
Jackson, say that part again.
No.
Damn. I was just trying to... Guys, we found a comedy that Jackson likes. It's
I've
revolutionary.
liked plenty of comedies here. I think the movie's funny. I think I'm not crazy about the song segments. I think the songs are kind of bad, and I like that they forget that it's a musical. Big fan of that. It certainly helped. The scope of it, I agree with Nico. I'm glad they didn't do some fucking bombastic shit like the Simpsons movie, for example, even though I didn't dislike the movie or anything. But I think it just made it really feel more true to life, I guess, but it still was a fun storyline. It felt very much like, Bob's Burgers. Everyone was so casual about everything, which I think adds to it a lot. The fucking guy is about to blow up the whole pier or some shit, and he keeps fucking around with the lighter just trying to get it to work. There's a lot of just tiny little moments like that stood out to me. But overall, it's a solid comedy. I can't complain. It makes me want to go and watch the show again, because I did watch the show a while ago. I enjoyed it, but I haven't seen it for a very long time.
Yeah, I haven't caught up with it recently either. It's been a few years since I last watched it, but I definitely enjoyed it a lot when I did.
I can't wait for us to finally watch High School Musical, and Jackson is gonna fucking tear his ears out.
Do any of us have any intentions of picking that movie?
I could see Dylan picking it.
Dude, I have younger sisters. You have no fucking idea what I had to suffer
Is
through.
it on your list? Because that's the only scenario in which you pick it, no?
While we wrap this up, I'll scan through it. I don't think so.
Oh, thank God. He's gonna add it if it's not, though.
Fantastic.
I just might,
Very
dude.
true.
All right, do we have any closing thoughts on the Bob's Burgers movie?
Do we've had a couple, Jackson had a few nitpicks. Do the rest of us have many negatives, really?
No, mine was really just I would have preferred the family to come together, and that Gene felt like he didn't have enough to do. That was pretty much it.
Yeah.
I guess this was a positive. Nico said, I'm not saying this is a negative, but it was just it just did feel like an extended episode of Bob's Burgers, which
no, he's saying it did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying you don't like that.
I like I said, it's not a positive or a negative. I realize now, if I had no negatives with it, why is it not S tier? I guess if I was to say anything, it would be that. I guess I don't really know.
Okay. I mean, I don't think you necessarily have to have negatives for something to not be an S tier. Some things are just limited by what they are.
I don't particularly have
exactly.
too many negatives about Surf's Up or something, but it's that doesn't mean it's a fantastic film or whatever.
Right. Anyway, I'm fine with sticking at my A minus.
I'll stay at an A plus.
Yeah, I'm sticking at my B plus. I think it's a good movie, and I think what really keeps it out of A for me is that it is funny, but also it is pretty cringe at times, and it's not super consistently funny. It's funny, but I wasn't fucking knocking my socks off like Monty Python.
Yeah, it's
or
not
something.
haha funny or something like that.
Yeah, it's dry humor. It's doing what it can. It's limited by what it is conceptually, and it regardless of my rank, it still lands at an A minus overall.
Fantastic.